Welcome to Wildcat Sports Update. I'm your host, Jim Boyle, and I have in studio with me today the two Wilmington captains of the Wilmington Reading Co-op team. With us in the studio today, we have Ella Dong and we have Spencer Bagtaz. So why don't we get ourselves introduced? Spencer, you start.
My name is Spencer Bagtaz. I am a senior at Wilmington High School. I've been on the North Reading Wilmington team for 4 years, and I've been swimming since I was around 6 years old.
All right, Ella?
I'm Ella Dong. I'm a junior. I've been swimming since I was 7, and then I've been on the team for 3 years.
Okay, it's great to have you guys on the show. I know, Spencer, this is your second time with me because we did swimming last year.
Yes.
You both are captains of a co-op team. So first question I'd like to ask all captains is, what do you see, Ella? What do you see your role as a captain, not just with the co-op team, but as a captain? What is your role?
I think it's just as a captain, like representing like the school and kind of being just a role model for younger kids, like freshmen, sophomores, but then also middle school, elementary as well. And then just as like a co-op, I think it's just kind of cool that we have like both girls and boys because it's not as separate. Like I think the team's very, they're just very like close and everyone gets along. So I think that's a really good plus of having a co-op team.
Excellent. The co-op team allows us to, Spencer, our co-op team allows us to have a program.
Yes,
Right?
that's
So
correct.
for you, what do you see your role as a captain? And I know that you've been on Captain's Council. And why don't you just give us an update where we are with Dennis Ingram's Captain's Council?
All right, so my role as a captain, I see myself more of, I'm a lot more of like I don't want to say more of a leader because I was still a leader in cross-country season, but I'm less of a more like hype man in swim. I mean, it's still there. I'm still cheering. I'm like the loudest on the deck. But I also have the experience that I can bring to the table as well to help the younger kids that have joined, especially now with our 8th grade waiver. We've had some 8th graders on the team. Some of them have swam before, but one of the swimmers, my sister, has never swam before, so I can offer the experience to those newer swimmers.
Okay, and then you've been part of Dennis Ingram's Captain's Council, the AD's Captain's Council for this will be your 3rd season with that? As you did last year as well. I know that he was thinking about some changes. What are those changes that he's talked about?
So this year he wanted to not have the same captains sit in the same information all 3 seasons. So like for some sports like track, you'll have the distance captains be 3-season captains, and you don't want them sitting through the same informational slides over and over again. So this year he's having all new winter captains, so first season captains, will have the same presentations as the fall captains, so they'll know the same stuff. But the winter captains, who are also fall captains, are going to do some outreach programs throughout the town and try and get Wilmington High School athletics out there and publicized with the community.
Okay, that's excellent. You're a great spokesman, I'll tell you, for
Thank
A.D.
you.
Ingram for that, and I appreciate that answer. So for both of you, I'm going to ask a 2-part question before we move on. The first question is, what were your goals for the season, team goals and individual goals, and events that you swim? And the second one is, why do you swim? So Ella, I'm going to hit you first with what were the goals for the season?
Goals was, I knew I kind of wasn't going to make, I was close to sectionals. We made it for our relay team, which is good. I wasn't sure if we were going to make it just because I'm the only upperclassman. I was on a team with all seniors last year, mostly, and they all graduated. So yeah, making it to sectionals really, really good for us. And then I think just the events I swim is backstroke. At least this year I've kind of done a mix of events, but this year is backstroke and then the 50 free. So yeah, and then I'm kind of close for both the 100 free and the 100 back for sectionals.
Excellent. Why do you swim?
I think because I used to do synchronized swimming, so that's when I started swimming. I did synchro from when I was 7 to 14, and then when I joined the team as a freshman, like I was kind of scared because that was my first time doing competitive swimming. But yeah, the team was like super welcoming and everything, and I think I just kept with it because of the people and just because my love for the sport since I was swimming since I was so young.
Excellent. Thanks, Spencer. Goals and then why?
First and most importantly, having fun was one of my goals. It's senior year, so I wanted to make the most of it. My personal goals for like the actual sport was to qualify in the 100 back for sectionals and stage, which I have completed. I did that last year as well, during my junior year. And then an additional goal, we did last year to graduation, we lost some seniors who were big contributors on the team, So qualifying for any relay for sectionals or states was big, and we my 400 freestyle relay qualified for states by like 3 seconds last Sunday at the league meet, which was great. And then another goal that I thought I could hit, and I did last week, was qualifying for sectionals in the 100 free, which is a huge thing. I'm going for states on this Friday when we have our last dual meet. And then another goal that myself and my relay teammates are also going to try and hit on Friday is qualifying in the 200 medley relay for sectionals and hopefully states.
Okay, and then the fun question, why do you swim?
My mom was a swimmer when she was in high school. She did not swim in college, but she introduced me to the sport when I was young, learning to swim, a thing that almost every New England person has to do when we're on the East Coast. And it was from the first lesson I was pushed into like kind of competitive swimming, just like off the bat. And it was just something I've loved ever since I was younger. And so I stuck with it. And then once I joined the high school team, when everyone was so welcoming, all the upperclassmen were great, I wanted to kind of keep that attitude that they had for newer people as well, so that they want to join the swim team.
Excellent answers. I wonder why I swam sometimes. I swam from 6 years old to 18 in high school, probably just like your mom did. And I don't think I could answer that question the way you two answered, so really appreciative of the answer. How many Wilmington swimmers are on the team, and do you think we could get everyone named between the two of you guys? So let's start with you, Ella. How many, and why don't we start rattling them off?
I think, there's 8 girls. So it's me, Stella Mashad, Emily Falk, Angelina Vo, Olivia Smith, Gabby Latson, Molly Bagtaz. Wait.
Oh, this is bad.
No, I know. Wait. Oh, Emily Cronin. Cronin. Those are the 8.
Yes.
Perfect. Okay, the male swimmers?
Okay, so I know for total that there's 28 people combined with the boys and girls. 3 of them are North Reading. One of them being Stella Mishad is one of the North Reading girls. There are 2 North Reading boys, Ivan Dako and Samira Murthy. And then for the Wilmington boys, there's myself, Cole Falk, Griffin Kelly, John Mayer, Vijay Kudia, Patty Roy, Terry Ding, Zach Tran. That's all the seniors. Nolan White, Cooper O'Shea. I'm missing one. Declan Savage. And I think that's it.
Yeah.
Yeah, because that's 11.
Yeah.
You guys did great. Just getting all those rattled off. So, you guys are captains. What do you take buses to the meets? And if you do, what are those rides like? Who's controlling the music? And are there captains' dinners? And what are those like? So what were your favorite ones? So we'll start with you, Spencer, with the buses.
So for the buses, we take buses to all the away meets, except for sectionals and states, because there's less of us, so we all either carpool or we drive there on our own. On the buses, I bring the speaker again, just like I did for a cross-country season. And John Mayer gets aux on the way there. He has his hype-up music that he wants to play. He got it from lacrosse last year. We make sure it's clean. The coaches want clean music. And he puts it on there, and on the way back, he does not care. So last week, we had some Katy Perry in there.
Yeah, some Rihanna.
We had good music choices on the way home from the league meet.
Okay, so you have hype music, and then you have and then just sort of coming home music. So Ella, to you, captain's dinners, or do you have them? I don't know how the co-op team works, and if you do, what was your favorite one?
Yeah, usually we have what we call pasta parties before every meet. So usually it's like a mix of people. We've had some freshmen do it, like juniors, seniors, sophomores. So, I mean, I don't know if I could pick. They're all kind of like unique in their own ways. Like we had one at the Folks house the other day. We had like a candy salad, and like we did that before.
And nobody invited me to the candy salad? Oh my god.
We did that. A lot of people, Mario Kart's a big thing. We play Mario Kart. Just Dance is a big thing, so we usually do that at a couple of people's houses. Jackbox, those are pretty fun. So yeah, usually it's kind of like everyone at their own house kind of has their own thing, but it's all really fun.
Okay, the simple question is, who is the best Mario Kart and who is the best Just Dance person on the team? I'm going to let Ella answer that one because I don't trust Spencer with that answer.
There's a lot. I would probably say Declan goes pretty hard with Just Dance, I would say.
Still lost to me.
True, yeah. Spencer gets good scores too. I think, obviously, because Molly's a dancer, she's pretty good at Just Dance. For Mario Kart, I know like Angelina Vo, she's pretty good. Stella, Zach, BJ, yeah. All pretty good all around, yeah.
Okay, any dispute on that, Spencer?
I'm automatically the best just dancer on the team.
Okay.
Yeah. Let's see. It was Olivia Smith's pasta party. I was the undefeated champion. I beat Griffin Kelly, and I beat Declan Savage. Declan. If we did Rasputin, he would have beat me. He is really good at that song. Mario Kart. It's like a toss up between the people Ella named: VJ, Zach, Angie, Stella. They're all. Mario Kart takes a lot more like skill and practice than Just Dance does.
That's good. So you're the best dancer then, right?
I am.
Excellent. Transitioning that to the team, how's the year gone? Who's been the most successful swimmer? So we'll start with you, Spencer. Team record, what's it been like, and who would you name as the top swimmers on the team?
So I believe the boys are 2 and 4. I think we've had 6 meets. I know we have 2 meets. We won senior night against Ipswich, and then we won our last dual meet, or our last dual meet before the league meet at Hamilton One in Manchester, Essex. And the best swimmers on the team, I mean, everyone's good in their own way. Cole Falk is obviously the fastest. He's crazy. First meet, he, I think, broke his own school record. At the league meet last Sunday, he broke his own league record in the 100 fly with a 53, I think. I don't want to be quoted, but that's what I think he got. 53 or 55. He's one of those 2 numbers, which is still crazy fast. I want to say myself, but Cole's number 1, and then I've got myself at number 2, I think. Good. Just because Cole and I are the only 2 who have qualified for sectionals and states and individual events. But then I also have to give props to all my relay team members as well. Samir Murthy from North Reading, and then Declan Savage as well, and Ivan Dako. We've been working really hard this season, and we qualified. Samir, Declan, Cole, and I qualified in the 400 freestyle relay at leagues for sectionals and states by 3 seconds, which is crazy for the end of the season. But they worked hard for it, and we qualified. So it was worth the work. And then Ivan's also been working very hard on improving his breaststroke, and that'll help us on Friday.
All right. So Ella, on the female side, what do we look like?
I would think it's pretty close between me, Emily Falk, and then Selma Shad. They're all very good swimmers. They were previously on BYB. I think Stella does North Shore now. But yeah, I was impressed with, especially because Emily and then Olivia are 8th graders, so I was really impressed with how amazing they are at swimming, technique. It's awesome, so it's really nice to have them on the team. And I think a couple of people are even close to sectional, so they can definitely do that in the years to come, I think so.
Okay, my next set of questions is we are North Reading, we're Wilmington North Reading co-op swimming. All right, so for both of you, you've been around a couple years. What does co-op mean, and how do you integrate the 2 teams together? We're going to start with you, Ella.
So co-op is a mix of, I guess, both boys and girls, but then also both Wilmington and then North Reading. Okay. So it's kind of obviously different to other sports because both girls and boys practice at the same time. We both go to the same meets. Girls and boys are separate, we are scored differently, and then like Spencer said, the boys can win meets, but then for the girls, we were 1-5, I think, so we did lose to Hamilton Wenham. But yeah, so that's kind of the difference between sports, and then also we are combined with North Reading. So it kind of just poses a challenge just because coordinating, obviously not everything in Wilmington, not everything's in North Reading. One time we had to go to North Reading to advertise the 8th graders, just kind of incorporating both towns into the sport.
And then what do you see the challenges? I'm going to switch to you, my friend Spencer. What do you see the challenges of the co-op program? And then when you finish with that, why don't you tell us what time practice is and what it's like? So, okay, first of all, the challenges and then practice.
So some challenges are we're not in the normal Middlesex League like all the other, or I don't know if all the other sports are. I don't know. I think gymnastics is still in the Middlesex League. But we're in the Cape Ann League. So not really a challenge, but like kind of something that's a little annoying is the bus rides. Takes forever to get some places. Like last year we had to meet all the way in Ipswich. Took a little bit to get out there. Oh, the bus was like at 6:50. The meet started at 8, so or maybe 6:45. But the meet started at 8, so we had to make sure that we got there on time. Also, where the buses are going to be is another issue. My freshman year, they were at North Reading, and it's slowly shifted to majorly being at Wilmington now. This year, all the bus pickup and drop-offs were at Wilmington, which is not really an issue, but it's just one of the complications that comes with having two towns and two different high schools. And other than that, it's really just if like there's some disconnection with the kids just because, two different schools, you're going to have different curriculums. This year, North Reading had we had midterms or mid-years 2 days before they did. So that was like not like a disconnection, but more of just like a timeline not lining up. And sometimes it can feel because they go to a different school, there's like a disconnection. But having all the practices together and all the team dinners and making it available for both towns to go to, having kids in North Reading host team dinners and kids in Wilmington host team dinners helps create more of a team bond than other co-op teams could have.
And the follow-up is practice. When is practice and what's that like?
So our practice is at the Burbank Y in Reading. It's like a nice middle point for the both towns. And it starts right when the Y opens in the morning at 5:30 and it ends at 7:15. Usually we're not in the water until like 5:40, 5:45, but it's not bad. I prefer it over late night practices because then I can wake up early, start my day with a nice little practice, feeling good about myself afterwards, like I exercised, and then maybe drift off in class because I'm tired, and then go home, either take a nap or do my homework, get out of the way, and not have to worry about nighttime practice.
So we'll edit that out, drift off, and the practice. Teachers here are saying that. We go, what's he sleeping there for? So that's perfect. As you both, I don't know if you both, I coach at the high school. I'm a JV baseball coach. Mm-hmm. I like to just get a little bit of information about coaching. You do have Coach Hunter, correct? She's still the coach. Mm-hmm. Spencer, what's one thing you learned from Coach Hunter?
So one thing about Coach Hunter is that her and her husband, who we call Mr. Hunter, they coach the team together. Mr. Hunter takes the two lanes of like swimmers that have swam before, so Ella and I are not necessarily taught, but he gives us our practice. And then Coach Hunter takes all the newer people to swimming, so my sister was in Coach Hunter's lane. And they both have very different personalities, but they work together. It's good. And I've learned things from both of them. Coach Hunter, I've learned a lot from her. So I'm not sure if I could pick one thing. She's really taught me that, like, persistence is, like, key, kind of. Like, during sectionals or states practice last year, she gave me a really difficult practice, and then she came to me afterwards and was like, if you can't do it, then you can't do it. And just, like, the way she phrases words makes me want to push myself more, and it's really helpful. And then Mr. Hunter, he's really fun. He adds, like, the fun environment to it. We have every Thursday morning practice, we have Dad Joke Thursday. And then everyone on the team chooses a bad dad joke, and then we present them, and he chooses one that was really bad.
Okay, what's the dad joke from you?
I don't have one for tomorrow yet.
Okay, we'll let you.
But it's okay. I'll think of one.
Think of one when we talk to Ella. Okay. So Ella, you swim in lanes 1 and 2 with Spencer, right? So something you learned from the coach or coaches.
Just something I learned, I think, is just really how to be part of a team. With Synchro, I still was on a team, but it was a lot more competitive, just everyone was kind of very separate, like on their own. So I think they just kind of helped me like integrate back into just kind of how to be like a good teammate, as well as giving me corrections like on my form because I didn't have the best form coming in either. So I think that, and yeah, just kind of just how to push myself, especially at meets because I do struggle with that. So yeah, I think just kind of.
That's good. So, like I said, I do coach. So one of the questions I like to ask, and I've integrated this in, is it's not for me personally, but what one piece of advice or one thing you would like to tell or for a high school coach to know? What would you like to say to a high school coach to either make them better or one piece of advice you would give them? Ella, we'll go with you.
That's a hard one. I think I don't know, it's a hard one. I think maybe just kind of, especially because I know, especially for high schoolers, obviously not every day is their best. So I think just taking everything with a grain of salt, even if you're not having like a good day, or maybe like the set's really hard and like you're not doing your best. I think not like blaming, but not kind of just taking it all out on the swimmer because they're not doing as good as they always do. So yeah, I think just trying to just focus on how good they can be on that specific day, and then kind of just take it from there.
Awesome. All right, Spencer, you're next.
With an individualized sport like swimming, it's difficult to see like the team aspect unless you're in like a relay. But even then, it's still like you have to do your part. And one thing that I've learned from these coaches and from my time at track and field as well is that you have to still make it about the team. If one person doesn't do their part, you can't just blame them. You have to make the team feel like a team before they can act as a team. And even in individual swimming, you're going to be swimming on your own, but you're not going to be able to swim as well as if you had a whole team cheering for you. The way I qualified for states in my 100 back this year was because I had everyone down at the other end of the pool, other end from the blocks, that is. They were all cheering for me so I can make the time. And it was really, that team bond is what helps teams perform well.
Okay, great. Final question on coaching before we get to the individual stuff, which is actually my favorite part of the whole program. What's one piece of advice you would give a young swimmer or a young person who might want to swim, a 6th, 7th grader who you want to talk into swimming? Spence, we'll start with you.
The practice times are bad. I got to get that out of the way. The practice times, they seem early, but it helps you feel better throughout the day. You know, you're active early in the morning. Another thing is just to not give up. It can be difficult at first. You can think, oh, swimming, I do that all the time in my pool over the summer. But competitive swimming is a lot different, but it feels, once you're done swimming, you'll feel good about what you did, what you accomplished. And if you stick with it, the people on the team are great. The atmosphere in the pools are great. A big thing about the league that actually every year happens is there is a sportsmanship award for the teams, and it's like the biggest award out there. If a team gets it, the whole pool goes crazy to cheer for them. And it's probably the biggest competition other than like league MVP. So the atmosphere is great, especially for like parents of younger kids to hear. The atmosphere is great. We all support each other. And even if it's difficult, and even if they're not the best, if you stick with it, over time you'll get better and you'll accomplish good things.
Okay, Ella, same question to you.
Yeah, kind of like what Spencer says, just kind of feeling included, I think, is a big thing with swim. Just everyone, even if you're not on the same team, like everyone still cheers for you. Everyone still, I don't know, just makes you feel very included, which I think, especially too for like incoming freshmen, sophomores, at least for me, that was kind of important. Just trying to like be part of a team or a club or anything like that. I think swim's a great choice if you don't have another sport that you're part of. So you can try to like, I don't know, even like make new friends, just try something you haven't tried before. So yeah.
Excellent answer. Spencer, we're going to, because we got the wide shot here. Did you get a dad joke yet?
So
There we go.
I think I remember one of them I did, I think. It was, why are Irish people's profit, or why are Irish people always so rich?
I do not know.
Because their profit is always doubling.
You think I put the wide shot on that so a little laugh. Mine would be this, because I heard this on a Red Sox game, which Jerry Remy said this. He was, what's the best time to go to the dentist?
2:30.
2:30. You got it. There we go. All right, now comes my favorite. Great, you guys are great to have on here. I love the personality that comes out in these student athletes. It's phenomenal. Best part of the program is I get to ask a couple individual questions. The good news is, Ella, you're going to get to go first, so you're going to have the questions first. Spencer's probably giving me 6,000 different answers, but I like Spencer going last because then it puts him on the hot seat. We can chuckle at him. So they're not too difficult. I'm going to run through them, and don't be afraid to shout at anybody one at the end. So we're going to start with, there's Spencer right there. He's going to go second, and we're going to go with Ella first. So Ella, the first question I always have is a former teammate or present teammate who you've learned or gained the most from.
I think that's a hard one. I have, at least for like upperclassmen, when I was still, or when they were still on the team, one of the North Reading girls, Maddie Koenig, I just learned, she used to do synchro, so that's kind of how like we started to connect. And then we kind of like stayed in touch up until now, I guess. We've swam together, we've done like practices together, and I think she just kind of like, even though it is such a competitive sport, she still kind of taught me how to have fun. Like, I was very like in the mindset of like, I must do good, like I can't like mess up or anything, and she kind of just helped me like loosen myself up a little bit and just kind of have fun at practice.
Excellent. What's one thing that you've learned in swimming that you can apply to the classroom?
One thing could be, I just I guess commitment, or just like, I don't know how to explain it, but kind of just, it gives you like, obviously when you're swimming, you're trying to strive for a certain like goal or a certain like time. And I think that kind of applies to like grades and kind of just keeping up, trying to like reach your goals for, say, like honors roll or NHS or anything like that. It kind of just helps me stay focused and try to reach my academic goals in the classroom.
Excellent. And that's what's other activities you do at Wilmington High School? Sports activities, whatever.
I used to do tennis. I'm not sure if I'm going to do it this year. I did that freshman sophomore year. And then I'm part of service council, art club, like I help out with the student exchanges. That's about it in
Which
school,
the student exchange, you were on Dr. Brand's show before,
yeah.
So you've gone where in the student exchange? Where'd you visit?
I went to Spain, so yeah, we hosted a student from Spain, and then we went there to their high school.
Okay, what is your favorite moment swimming all time and this year so far?
All time would probably be, I remember first meet when I was doing the 2IM. That was like, I remember I was so nervous for that meet just because it was like my first swim meet ever. Like that's my first time like swimming competitively. So I just remember like everyone cheering for me at the end. Like that was really cool, especially like breaststroke when they like cheer every time you come up to take a breath. Like that was pretty cool just because, I don't know, it's just a very different experience. Like everyone kind of supporting me felt really awesome. And then this year, probably my team making it to sectionals, me, Stella, Emily, and then Angie. That was just, I think, really big for us, especially too, because most of them are underclassmen. They've never been to sectionals. So I was just like really proud of everyone for doing their best. Yeah.
Okay, and anybody who influences or coaches you want to credit? People who've influenced you here or coaches you would like to credit to get you to this point?
Obviously, like Coach Hunter, Mr. Hunter, they really pushed me to help me like reach my times, reach my goals with technique. Probably like a lot of the upperclassmen, like Rachel Pucci, Maddie Koenig, Lauren Pfeffer, Catherine Murphy. Yeah, everyone they were all very supportive, especially like when I was new on the team. Like they all kind of just took me as their own. Like they would always give me rides. We would go after meets. It was just very inclusive. And then also, like the people on the team now, like Olivia, Stella, Angie, Emily, like everyone's just been so nice, and especially to like their underclassmen, they're already like so like talkative and so like, I don't know, just they always bring up the mood at practice. So yeah.
Okay, and finally, since Ella is a junior, she's not going to get all the future stuff yet because I'll have her next year. If you were to go to the blocks for a walk-up song, in baseball we play a walk-up song, what would your walk-up song be?
Ooh. I don't know. Ooh, we might have to come back to that.
We'll come back to that.
Yeah.
We're going to do the walk-up song.
Okay.
That's fine. All right, Spencer, you now to complete on the hot seat because there are a couple extra questions for you because you're a senior and you're going to be leaving us, and this will be the second time through. Let's see if your answers are the same as the last time we did it. All right, first question is, who is a former or present teammate who's helped influence you or really had an impact on you?
A former teammate, I've technically got like two.
Okay.
I have a former and a present. Former teammate is Ethan Ryan. My freshman year, he was just very supportive. He was, I believe, the junior captain that year. He was very supportive of me and anyone that was new to the team. And then senior year, we were just really close. And then he came back for senior night, which was great. And he just helped me, like, get used to the team. And a lot of my, like, leadership styles I kind of get from him and the way he led the swim team.
Okay.
And then present teammate, Cole Falk, just because he's, like, a genius. So he's a genius at swimming, and then his parents are also, like, geniuses at swimming. So I'll like, come out from a race. They're also really supportive, too. So they'll, like, high-five me. They'll be like, great job. And then his dad will go straight into critiquing my stroke. And then Cole will do the same thing, say exactly what his dad said to me beforehand, right when I get back. So it's really great to have them on the team.
Gotta love those swimmers. It's great to have parents that are supportive and help, too. I would appreciate it. One thing you've learned in swimming that you could apply to the classroom?
So when you said that, I was thinking, the faster I start and the faster I go out, the faster I can be done. But I can't really say that. I mean, I could, but also the fact that swimming is very, like, goal-oriented, like Ella said, so having that goal-oriented mindset helps me in the classroom.
Perfect. Other sports and/or activities that you do at the high school?
There's a lot. I'm on the cross-country team and the spring track teams, so those are the sports I do in the off-season from swimming. And then for clubs or other extracurriculars, I'm in the band, the high school jazz band, high school concert band, the high school pep band, the high school DECA club, the high school Rotary club, and then I might make my return to Model UN. I haven't officially decided that. But
I have to say, Ella, he's just showing off now with all this. That's great. That's great that you do all that stuff. Favorite moments, Spencer, from this year and all through your senior career?
All time was sophomore year. They recorded or live streamed our Cape Ann League meet, or CALS, and we qualified for sectionals in the medley relay at that meet. And in the recording, you can see the exact moment when we realized that we qualified, and then you can just hear, it's like silent for a bit, and then you can hear cheering erupt, and you can see us like jumping up and down. And that was really great. And then this year was probably qualifying for sectionals in the 100 free last Sunday, because that was a big benchmark that I've been wanting to hit. Okay,
now people who have influenced you or coaches along the way you want to credit?
Coach and Mr. Hunter, obviously, they've been with me all 4 years. They've been great. You said coaches and people, just anyone.
Anybody's influenced you.
Past teammates, Ethan Ryan, Rachel Rapucci. Those are the two big ones. Rachel was really close with myself last year, and we had a lot of memories from my freshman year until last year when she graduated. And even this year, she was still in town for senior night, which was good. And then Ethan, he came back from UMass Amherst, where he goes, and he came for senior night. And like I mentioned him before, he was just always there for me, freshman and sophomore year. And then my mom, my brother, my sister, especially my sister this year, because beforehand she was always like say, oh, yep, he's going to the Olympics for swimming, just out of nowhere. And she'd always be like knowing about my times. But now that she swam, she has like the experience and she actually knows. And she's very supportive. And my mom's supportive of her decision to swim and me as well.
Okay, walk-up song, if you're going to walk up, what is it going to be? Spencer Bagtaz, here he comes.
I think last time I said Mambo No. 5. I don't know if I'm going to keep that one. Yeah, I think I will.
Mambo No. 5 we're going to keep?
I think I'm going to keep Mambo No. 5.
What are you going to miss the most about swimming?
The environment, definitely. The people on the team, especially Ivan Dako from North Reading. We are the only two still on the team that were on the team during our freshman year, and we've become closer like every year since then. And so it's been really good, like having these 4 years with him, even though I don't go to the same school.
And as we're now 3 months from the cross country, what are the future hold for Spencer Bagtaz?
College somewhere. I've gotten into every school I've applied to. I've narrowed down my list. I think I'm going out of state, but not too far, still somewhere in New England. And I'm planning on swimming in college.
Good. And now we're going to switch back to Ella. Eventually, give your walk-up song, give you time to think about it. And after you do your walk-up song, we're going to let you do a shout-out. So when we do the shout-out, Ella, you'll look straight at this camera to do it. Shout out anybody you want out. Don't miss anybody, please. Spencer, you look over here at this camera right here. So we're going to start with Ella. And I appreciate you guys coming on. Ella, first, did you get a walk-up song?
This probably isn't the best one I could think of, but Give Me Everything. I don't know who it's by. It's a very good karaoke song, and I love that song.
I have no idea who it's by.
That's okay. Hey, this is why we do this.
I think like Pitbull.
All right, so Ella, because hopefully I'll see you next year on the show. We'll give you a chance to shout outs. Look straight into the cameras and shout out anybody you want.
My parents, my brother, my grandparents, they're always at basically every meet I have. Even they drive like like my grandparents drive like an hour and a half to like just see me swim. So them, my friends, thank you for supporting me at meets, at school, at everything. My coaches, yeah.
Excellent. Spencer, let's try to top that. You got this camera here. Here, go on.
Oh my God.
My mom, my sister, my brother. Got to get those 3 out of the way. The 2 coaches, Mr. and Coach Hunter. And then Mr. Ingram's been great this year. Shout out to you, Mr. Ingram. And then Ethan, Ryan, Rachel. I'm going to shout out Maddie, too. And then I'm going to go with all of my friends who have gone to any swim meet, which has been like 3 of them. But that's okay. They all still support me in waking up early. And then I'm going to thank you, Boyle. I'm going to give you a shout out for having me on 3 times.
You guys are he's very entertaining. Ella there too. So again, it's great to have you guys on. I like that. I really appreciate seeing student athletes in Wilmington get promoted the way I try to get you guys promoted, because you guys are great kids, and it's great to have you on. And thank you for the shout out. It make me feel good as well. Ella, don't forget next time. I'm kidding. I'm just kidding. So again, I've got Ella Dong, who's senior captain of the junior captain. Sorry, junior captain. We don't even edit that out. Junior captain, and Spencer Bagtaz, who is the senior captain of the Wilmington North Reading Co-op swim team. And it was great to have you on the show. So for Wildcat Sports Update, I'm your host, Jim Boyle, and we'll see you on down the road.